Hello everybody, today we'll be hopping to the top 6 pros and 6 cons of moving to Texas from California. But before we get started, my name is Justin Lee, this is Jeffrey DeJesus, and we are real estate agents here in California who has helped hundreds of people leave California to Texas, to Florida, or relocate within the state. If you have any questions about relocation, reach out to us and we'll guide you through every step of the way. Yep. But with that said, let's get into this video. So I'll start with the first pro, which is no state income tax. Wow, as we all know, you've been making a lot of money here in California, but you probably pay a hefty amount of taxes.
Oh man, a lot of taxes.
But in Texas, there's 0% state income tax, so you're saving more money that you make.
That's seriously a lot of money.
Yes, it is. Number 2 is lower cost of living. Now, we know here, eggs are what, $7 right now?
$9 for 18 eggs.
$9 for 18 eggs. In Texas, $3, $4, half that. It is crazy the amount of,
More than.
Oh, more than half that. It is crazy the amount of money we spend on food these days in California. But in Texas, everything is cheaper, gas is cheaper, housing is cheaper.
Everything's bigger.
Everything's bigger as well.
In Texas.
Even the people are bigger. Taxes are lower. Everything is much more affordable in Texas.
That's right.
Now, let's move on to the third pro, which is rain. As you all know, if you live in California, people always say, man, we're in a drought, which I don't understand. We live right next to the ocean. How can we be in a drought? That doesn't make sense at all. But that's what they're saying. We are in a drought, but in Texas, the rain is abundant. There is so much rain going on every single day that we just can't use it all. So that is the third pro in Texas. Now let's hop into the fourth one, which is more land. And this is massive because with more land, they can build more homes in Texas. If there is growing population, which it is right now today, everybody's moving to Texas. California's moving to Texas. New York's moving to
Texas is booming!
Everybody is moving to Texas. And with that, you need housing. But you can't build homes if you don't have land, but Texas has a lot of land. It's also really good for solar panels too, because Elon Musk says just a portion of Texas, if you fill that up with solar panels, it can power the whole entire United States of America.
Wow!
That's right. So land is abundant in Texas. Now with the growing population in Texas, we know that traffic can be a big issue, but land solves that problem because now you have space to build more highways. Maybe you have 10 lanes per highway, and boom, that solves the traffic issue that we have in California. Let's hop into the fifth pro in Texas, which is diversity and growth. Now, we all know California has a bunch of diversity, but it's stagnant. It's the same every single year. There's people here, from here, they move back, etc., etc. But Texas, since it's still a growing economy, there are a lot of people moving into Texas from other countries because of the tech jobs that they offer today. So diversity is growing at a massive scale. And lastly, number 6, it is very easy to find housing right now in Texas at half the price of the California homes, but also 2 times bigger than the square footage in California. So with that said, Texas regulations are a lot more lenient than California regulations.
Big time.
Therefore, building homes is a lot easier to do in Texas. Those are 6 pros of moving to Texas from California. Now, as I promised, we got to cover the cons as well. So Jeff, take it away with the cons of moving to Texas from California.
Let's talk about the cons, Justin. First, there's storms and tornadoes, yes, in Texas. But in California, recently, there's been a little bit of rain. Actually, 3 weeks of it. And come on, it's just rain. In the East Coast, there's rain, storm, snow all the time. So let's, get over it, California. And then here we go with number 2 con is property tax. Yes, California is 1.1 versus Texas at 1.6. A little bit of a difference, but let's get into number 3, which there are no beaches in Texas. They do have amazing lakes where there's great fishing all over Texas, the big state of Texas. Woohoo! And number 4 on the con list is less activities. Of course, California has Magic Mountain, Disneyland, Golden Gate Bridge, and other activities, but Texas does have less activities, but it is growing. We got Universal Studios that just moved in. You got the PGA Golf that just moved into Prosper, Texas, but it's okay. It's a growing state. But the way I look at it, Just think about it. Silicon Valley, when it was just a bare piece of land. Well, that's where Texas is, in particular, Frisco and Prosper. So let's get to number 5, which is humidity. Totally different climate. California, I admit, does have, I could say, almost perfect weather. Can't be perfect, can't make everyone happy, but it does have good weather. And last but not least, the politics. Texas is a conservative state. It is an open gun carry. They practice the Second Amendment. So
Freedom of speech.
the freedom of speech. I mean, let's just say you're walking through the grocery store, and this is what I heard from residents of Texas. When you walk through the grocery store or Walmart, you're going to hear some Christian music. I know for some of you may not like that, but that's just the reality of it. Is people are just conservative there. So if these cons are okay with some of you, then, Texas might be the place to move to.
Well, alrighty, those are the top 6 pros and the 6 cons of moving to Texas from California. If you're looking to move to Texas and these cons are a little too much for you, then you might start to look somewhere else. Check out some videos that we've done on other states as well. Decide whether or not you want to move to another state or Texas. But if these are okay with you, then Texas might be the state for you to move to. And if you want to move to Texas, give us a call. We'll help you sell your house in California and connect you with an agent in Texas and settle you in to a new state like Texas.